All right, guys, we are going to be reacting to gas station manager steals over $10,000. Jump in.
Was there any point that you wanted to seek for help?
Yeah.
But apply for assistance.
On August 14th, 2023 in Florida, officers received a call from a local Wawa gas station. The reason for the call was that the business was short almost $10,000. After conducting an audit, it appeared that a manager who was in charge of the cash deposits had been stealing thousands of dollars. She had devised a crafty method to give the appearance that she was concluding her cash drops at the end of each day.
This officer inside here?
Yeah.
Who's he talking to right now?
The employee.
Employee?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got a Miranda.
Okay. So what's happening?
The associate in there, I did an interview of her today. I got an alert from our treasury department and corporate that we had a deposit that was short almost $5,000
Okay.
on the 10th of July.
Okay.
I got that notification around August 4th, and then as I started looking at it, other shortages started coming in after that date, but not that large. And then the last shortage that was reported was on 8/7, so there's a total of 7 deposit variances totaling $9,555.
Okay.
With the first shortage, it was substantial, $4,775.
Okay. What made it pinpoint to one of the employees?
Well, when I pulled the video and watched the managers do a daily cash process where they go out to the e-safes where you see the associates.
They can't hear this from right here, right?
Yeah.
They can?
What would?
They can't hear us from right here.
Yeah, maybe. So they come out in the morning and they get the canisters out of the e-safe that are by each register. And there's also a canister inside that lottery kiosk that has the cash for the customers who purchase the tickets. There was the amount of the shortage, the $47.75, was the exact amount of 2 of those to the dollar. And then when I watched the video of Ashley the day that she was doing the pickup in the morning, you can see her open this drop safe and there's a stack of cash like that big. She has her backpack on top of the safe that she's supposed to put the money in and spin it, and it drops down so no one can get it after that. She doesn't spin it. You can see motion by the backpack, but the video's not great. You can't see her actually.
So you can't really see her actually, like...
Yeah, but that's...
Does the video have clear, concise evidence that she put that... Even though I know it sounds silly, like her jumping and something, but does it have clear, concise that shows that she's placed it into her? Like, it would have been 100% that was her, she placed it into her? Because I'll let you know what might happen today. Like depending on what she's.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Right now, it could be a case that she might not get arrested today,
but you'll file after.
File a habeas, which will, depending on like when it gets, it's going to be sent to a detective. Detective would have to do their investigation. It's like unless she's admitting to some of the stuff that she's doing.
Yeah, I think she is.
Is she?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we might do an arrest there, but that all depends on because we needed to have like for 100% proof that she was the one that's
Yeah, even the other dates. Well, there's one day where the video you can see, and it's when I think $910 was missing, and there was an e-safe that was $910.
And that's going to be in that room when they start counting the
They bring the canisters into that room. That's where the
That's where you and me were in, that room?
The next one. Yeah, where he's in there talking. You can see that she has the cash. She puts it in the drop slot, but she doesn't spin it all the way, and you can see on camera that the money is still in there.
Wow.
And then she has
Wow.
the backpack, and you see motion, and she takes the bag away, and now you don't see the cash on the slot anymore. And then on some
And
of
it's,
the,
and it's always been with her doing that stuff, not
Yeah.
any other.
yeah, and then on some of the other shortages,
Dad.
I saw that she wasn't the one doing the cash processes that day. It was either the store manager or the assistant manager here. But what somebody can do, they can go into there and take money out of that canister in there.
Or the
Lottery machine, yeah. And then whoever picks it up the next morning for the cash process, they don't count it at all. They don't do a physical count. They just take it and put it into the safe.
Do you have video of that?
I've heard going in there at like 1:30.
So
You see how this manager has this, you know, he understands even the process of how this work. What makes you think that they're never gonna cash you? What make you think that you're never gonna get caught? Like it's delusional.
all the incidents that happen where it lines up to the video, day and time that
Yeah, that she's going in there for no reason. There's no reason for her to go in there at all. Yeah. And I've got the printouts of the lottery activity report that has the exact timestamp and matches up to the video. It's all.
It's stupid.
we can actually go there right now.
So.
Did you also
These
take
I
a
don't-
picture of it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you guys can have this too if you want. This I didn't have video in it any longer to review.
Okay.
But I had her initial. She admitted that she took on these dates.
Oh, she told you.
Yeah,
Mm.
and then I initialed by deposit. I took cash from, and that's the
Oh,
total.
initial that she said that she stole, or initial
Yeah.
that she like
Yeah, she knew that I took cash from. She gave me a full verbal and written confession.
Okay.
Alright, would you be able to pull up your information real quick, please, for the jump drive? So we can, finish it.
I think I already have it on my desktop.
Even better.
On quicker. This Excel file is on that thumb drive.
Okay.
This has all the dates, what was reported, what the bank deposit should have been, what the bank counted, and the variances by day. But like I said, I didn't have video.
Yeah, they don't like
You-
it.
I just,
Yeah.
I just want to see the big.
Gas stations owner don't make a lot of money. Like people, they're trying to use this for retirement, guys.
At this point.
Okay.
So we have like, it's not that I don't believe you, it's just cross T's, dot I's, you know what I mean?
No, I get it. Yeah, this is the day I just told you about where she put the money in,
Okay.
and you can still see it there.
Yeah.
And then she puts her backpack there, and then, oops.
You want to just stay and talk for real quick, so someone's in there with that?
Yes, Pastor?
Oh, I needed to check something in the office.
Well, what do you think?
Okay. How long have you been employed here?
2.5 years.
2.5 years? Okay. And the other officer read you the Miranda rights, right? So you understood your rights. Okay. What was your previous job?
Disney.
Disney? Okay. But this is like the first time overall has anything like this happened? Not at Disney or anything like that? No? Okay. Was there any reason or anything like that? Okay. Did you explain to the other officer? I didn't talk to him about that? Okay. Would you say it was more of a desperate type of thing? Okay. Was it there's a lot of things going on in the household that you just falling through? Was there like at least like, you know, late on? Is it like late on bills or?
No, it's just
The suspect provided a statement, confessing to stealing over $10,000. She explained that her actions were driven by the hardships of being a single mother and facing financial difficulties.
Was there any point that you wanted to seek for help?
yeah, I applied for like
Well,
assistance and like I have a safe. When I did that, they gave me a
Right.
card with information.
so it's just.
I want to go to a shop.
Do you have like any type of food stamps or anything, or
They just gave them to me.
they just gave them to you? Okay.
But they wouldn't give me any cash assistance.
Gotcha. Okay. Did you have like a set goal or anything like that? How much you wanted to take out, or what?
I wasn't keeping track.
It's a mistake. It's a bump. You know, we learn from mistakes, right? Hopefully, this would be like that big eye opener that like we can't be doing stuff like that. We gotta find some alternate ways, like the better way to do things. You know, and sometimes if you feel like you're in a road where in a crossroads where you feel like you can't do anything else, you know, you can still call law enforcement, or you can call like anybody just to talk to, and then see if there's any type of things that can help you out. You know, there's a bunch of churches that, you know, you would have to talk with and let them know your situations. They can even set up like a GoFundMe or whatever it is. Right? There's actually a place. It's called the Red Suitcase Project, or Red Suitcase Ministry. And they do exactly that, helping single mothers so at a time of need. And what they do is they do whatever they can to assist you in what assistance that you need help with. Okay. If you want, I can write down it and then give it to you, and so you can look it up and stuff like that. If you really don't, okay. But just I would say what you could do is just think really hard and clear before you end up wanting to make where you feel like it'll be something that will take you in the wrong path. Okay. I mean, I'll say it shows me that you have character, that you're admitting to things like this. Okay, and it shows me the character that you are, that you're admitting and you're taking action of your own mistakes. Okay, and that's something to like I said, I know it's a huge mistake that what you did, but you're owning up to it. Okay. There's other people in that situation that make things way harder than it should be. And
damn, man.
To the wrong type of situation. You know what I mean? But you're actually taking ownership, and and I respect you for that, at least that you're doing that. Okay? And it's hard. It's a hard thing to do, but know that you have other options besides doing this. Okay? You said you're in your early 20s?
28.
20?
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, so, do you have any belongings in here besides your backpack? No? Okay. So, unfortunately, guy, right now, we are going to have to take you in, okay? Like I
There
said,
we go.
it's not the end of the world. Alright? So, we're going to have a female officer to pat you down and search you, but in the meantime, is there anything on you we should know about? Any drugs, any weapons? If you take anything to jail, that's another charge that you really don't need, okay? So, if you do me a favor, you can stand up and face my partner right here, please.
Damn, man. What the hell does she have in her lips, man? Oh, so
Chance on your back.
piercing.
And like I said, what I'm going to do is I'll write down what you need if you want to reach out for single mothers that need some type of assistance. Because this right here, like I said, I respect you that you're being honest and open with us. And then, like I said, a lot of people in your situation usually give us a hard time. Okay, so I'm gonna try to I'll write down the ministry, the Red Suitcase Ministry that can help out.
Still. You want to call it out for me?
Yep. Your podcast for yourself. We got 10:15. If we can have a female officer for a head down.
All right. This is your hat, or is it the company's hat? It's yours? Okay. This is your bag. All right, you mind grabbing that for me? And that's your cup? No? All right. Just take that with that, please. You have everything that's yours, correct? Okay, let's go. We're in the back, so I won't try to get you out there. But actually, here, give him the hat. Cover her face. Put on a cover her face. Now you messed up, but no one needs to know your crap. You know what I mean? This is your business, not theirs. All right, you ready? Now let's go. Really quick. Come on.
The suspect was charged with felony grand theft and received a 5-year probation sentence. Additionally, she was ordered to pay $10,000 in restitution fees. Do you believe this experience will serve as a learning opportunity?
Nah, she's probably gonna do it again. She's probably gonna do it again. 10K missing, 10K, guys. It's not 4,000, it's not 3,000, not 1,000, 10K. She's gonna do it again, in my opinion. 10K missing, and she thought no one would notice. That I do. What a douche. A manager at 20? She was on the right track. Yep. She went from working at Disney to working at the gas station. You know what? I know gas stations are not. But then the gas stations, some of these people in the gas station, they have to just bet better. I will even, if I was a gas station guy, I would take a hit and say, you know what? Let me increase my the salary of the worker a little bit more, and ask for something higher for somebody that has a better potential to be better for my company. Meaning, like somebody that have a diploma, so probably somebody that that's looking for this range. You know what I'm saying? Like they start basically just you get what you hire. You get what you hire. You hire very bad, non-prepared people. Well, don't be surprised they start stealing. Let me know what you guys think, guys. I will see you next one. I'm out.